Okay, so after the air traffic control meltdown that we had just a couple of days ago, and also from the really violent storms that we had on Sunday of this week, it's perfectly understandable that there are a lot of nervous people travelling over to Mallorca at the moment. Now, join me on my journey today. We're heading back to Palma. We're going on EasyJet. It's an 8 p.m. flight. I'm hoping it hasn't picked up any delays, but let's take a look at the departure board. Now, I'm just taking a look at the departure board here, and you can see in orange the amount of delayed flights that we have, not just with EasyJet, but with other airlines as well. Now, I'm delighted to see actually that the Palma flight is running on time. Thank goodness, but there are many other flights which are actually delayed. So let's go and head up on into security. As you can see, we've just come through security and it's been really empty. Peak season is over now, and of course a lot of the trouble that we do have at the moment is with passengers being left in destinations trying to get back home. Can't see a lot of people travelling today. So let's see how this journey goes. You can see it's looking quite busy in the departure lounge this evening. Might be the result of some of those delayed flights as well. But we're here in good time, and the airlines do advise arriving in good time for your flight. I'm just going to get a quick update with our Palma flight this evening. And it looks like we're going to be getting some gate info at 7:15 for our 8:05 flight. There's just been an announcement on the tannoy here saying that the departure boards aren't actually updating with the correct information. You can see we've got quite a lot of people here standing around the boards, but the information is not correct, so we've been told to check our smartphones, and I've actually just had an alert through on my phone here to say that our flight is going to be about 20 minutes late in departing, which actually, considering the circumstances, isn't really too bad. Also, thank goodness for all those people without smartphones too. They are reading out all the gate departures as well. So I can still see lots of people standing by a non-updated board. But anyway, hopefully everyone should get away on time this evening if they listen out for the announcements. So we've got a little bit of confusion here. We've got an airport official here trying to give some information about the flights because we're not getting all the details of departure gates. So I'm keeping an eye on my phone, and let's hope we get the gate called pretty soon. Okay, so I'm just going to stop and have a quick hot drink here and just update you about what's going on. So we were warned that after the air traffic control meltdown earlier on this week that flight disruptions would continue further on in the week, and so they have, by just the sheer number of delays that we have on the departures board this evening, and also by the fact as well that the departures board isn't actually working. But that's fine, we're going to keep a listen out for our flight being called, and hopefully we're going to get aboard that flight soon. What I'm most concerned about actually is arriving over in Palma and seeing what we're going to arrive into, and I'm really hoping that we're not going to see families sleeping on the airport floor of the airport. We've seen the news, we've seen the TikToks, we've seen the YouTube videos as well of people literally having to sleep rough on the floor of Palma Airport. I hope this has been resolved. I hope the people that should be in hotels are in hotels. I hope they haven't just been abandoned by the airlines to sleep night after night in the airport, but let's go and find out. So our flight got called for boarding, and we only have half an hour delay. So we were 30 minutes or so late arriving into Palma Airport, and the EasyJet flight parked on the other side of the airport, which was closed, and there was no return flight taking passengers back to Bristol. We were then bussed back to Terminal A, which is the departure and the arrival point for flights coming to and from the UK. You can see there are quite a few passengers waiting here. Some look like they had been here for a long time, and others look like they were here for the night. Coming through Terminal A, I can see there are still some flights scheduled to fly to the UK with TUI and Jet2, but these are also delayed. The Newcastle flight you can see here, I heard, was then cancelled and passengers were asked to pick up their luggage. I later saw them at the Jet2 desk in arrivals, and hopefully they were having a hotel accommodation arranged for them. You can also see on the EasyJet website and the Ryanair website that flights are pretty much sold out now for the next few days to most UK airports, meaning that many passengers caught up in the cancelled flights fiasco are having to extend their trip to Mallorca or find an alternative route home. You can also see low-cost airlines taking full advantage of demand for flights back to the UK, with these soaring costs of seats on remaining flights. So if you are coming into Palma in the coming days, then the delays you will face will be absolutely nothing compared to the delays faced by those caught up in the cancellations following the storm and the air traffic control meltdown. Hopefully we'll see air traffic return to normal soon. If you have been caught up in the chaos, do leave a comment below. Otherwise, have confidence that if you are travelling to the islands, that the flight probably won't be as bad as you may think. I also have an article on my website about flight delays and cancellations, which you can find on MallorcaUnderTheSun.com. It has some helpful links in there as well if you want to get some more information or apply for compensation. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. Safe travels if you're coming over to the island anytime soon, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.